Yo, welcome back guys. I'm Corey, this is my channel, Get Sharp. Today, we got another mail order delivery. I was planning to open this for the first time on camera, but I cheated last night and I almost lied and taped it up, but let's take a look at what we got here. If you don't know, I sharpen and fix / repair broken knives. And this is from a viewer from West Virginia. His name is Stevo. And Stevo, I've protected your information here. Stevo did a great job packaging his knives. There was actually a whole nother layer with that reinforced fabric, the packaging tape with the reinforced, god dang, what do you call it? I already threw it out, but really freaking tough tape. Let me just put it that way. The guy did a great job securing his knives. And I love when they're packaged nicely because then there's a low risk of me getting hurt when I'm opening them. All right, let's see what we got. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show off these two real quick. I'm gonna shut the camera off. I'm gonna take some photos because I want to do some before and afters. All right, so Stevo sent in these knives. Let's see what we got here. First and foremost, you recognize that handle anywhere. That's a Victorinox chef's knife. Bummer about that handle shape though, because it does make sharpening a little bit more tricky. Next up, oh, I recognize this guy. We had his big brother in here yesterday. This is a Gyuto by Takayuki. I did some research recently, and they're a big time brand. They've been making knives in Japan by hand forever. And yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of these come through, I'm sure. Take a look at the tip though. Looks like that's why it's here. Got a little repair job we're gonna have to do up there. We'll figure something out though. That's one thing I love to do. I'm passionate about trying to restore the blade back to its original form. And last but not least, I really like these little sleeves too. These are cool. I might have to get a handful of those. Look at that. I forget what the name for this type of knife, but man, that thing is a beauty. The work on that, absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, I might need to get me one of these. Beautiful pattern, almost like looks like the mountains on there. Definitely dull. This is gonna be a fun one here. I'm gonna have to do some research on the maker. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at all three of these. All right, our family of knives has grown since I put the camera down a little bit ago. We got a whole block of mostly Hinkle's knives here. Got a call while I was taking those photos of Stevo's knives there. I think with these knives, what are we gonna do? I think we're gonna, told Stevo this one's, I'm not charging him on this one. And I told all of you this since day one. Reach out to me and I'll sharpen a knife for you for free. But guess what? Demand for my services has grown, so I'm not gonna be sharpening no 8.5-8-inch chef's knives for free. But I got a couple super subscribers, those guys that are super active on the comments. If they want a knife sharpened for free, they know how to contact me. So yeah, I think we just kind of get warmed up, it's Saturday. Let's warm up on the Victorinox, get this thing nice and sharp. And hopefully I remember to have photos playing over here of all the knives, close-ups of all the knives. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing set up. All right. We're all set up here using a 120 grit Cubitron belt. And I'm set up for a 13-degree double bevel. I believe that a more acute angle will not only be sharper, but will last longer. If you think that's not correct, I'd love to hear your thoughts and why. Scratch test there. Oh yeah. And you got these big old bulky handles here, which suck. Yeah. In the way, in the way, in the way, in the way. So I'm not gonna be able to use my Tormek support for the tippy tip of the heel. I'm gonna have to go in after the fact and freehand that portion of it, but at least I can do 98% as such. And then what I'm gonna do now is make a visual so I know where my safe zone is. So that's touching right there. That should be clear of it. Could get a little closer, but give myself a little safety allowance there. And I don't see any rub on the handle. Give her a nice little bath. So far everything's looking pretty good. Little slip there. No burr yet. We're getting close though. I'm running the machine at 400 RPM. This is 4 times, maybe 3 times the speed of the Tormek, but with no water cooling. Everybody's got their different method, process, whatever. I believe this is the safest way to mitigate any effect on the temper. This is my process. You know, some guys like to run these belts fast. It's just, I'm not in a hurry. I really don't do much. Like this is my hobby. Like this is what I want to be doing. So that's an advantage for my customers though. Have me sharpen your knives. I'll take my sweet time and do it perfect. All right, good enough on there. All right. Let's go 600 grit Trizac. Took a little bit longer than I thought to get this down to 13 degrees, but that's all right. Most important thing to me is that this thing's perfect when it's done. I like these Trizacs so far for these softer blades due to that structure. They don't heat up the blade that much. Oh, this mask is really taking me back to COVID, man. With the fogged up glasses and all that. I friggin' hate masks. It's looking really good. All right. This is the method that I found that works best for me so far. Only problem is the scratch pattern's different, right? It's gonna be angled. Everything else was horizontal, or I guess vertical. We got some kind of delivery here. Hopefully it's a tool. Let's go see what this delivery guy's got. What do you know? Looks like Tanya did some shopping at Nordstrom. All right, guys, we're gonna pivot over to the Tormek for the final stage. All right. I went ahead and pre-calculated the optimal height for 13 degrees. And if you've never seen me sharpen an X50 steel knife, some of the mass market knives, you'll want to pay attention because I have a process to get this thing like as sharp as a razor, and that's what I'm doing right now. Just to give you a brief overview of my process is I create a burr. I create the burr, but I don't just jump into removing it. My next step is to start thinning the burr out, and it's a process. I'm just gonna be setting the bevel right now on this aluminum oxide wheel. The grit, it's probably gonna be around 300-ish. In fact, let's go ahead and resurface it, dress it up. I'm dressing it up at 250 grit by using an 80 grit diamond plate. I should grind exactly where the bevel was ground over here on the 1x30. So let's see if my calculations are good. Yeah. Oh boy. That's my safe zone right there. Looking for my Sharpie, it's on my neck. I could have gotten away with not doing this step here, but I'm doing it anyways. I'm thinking just a couple passes on this stone. As you can see, I treat even the everyday mass market knives the same way I treat these $800 Japanese knives that come through, or my own favorite knife. I want everything I touch to be damn near perfect. Maybe I need to do a little bit more than I thought, because the problem is, in theory, if I'm riding the rail over there, it should be the same as over here, right? But I don't have a ton of experience on that yet. So, and you might have noticed when I was grinding, there was a few times I pivoted, and I really was doing that around the tip because it can get, the bevel can get quite a bit wider, and I don't like the way it looks. And over here, I need to replicate those exact pivots, but it's impossible. There's no way. So I gotta kind of I did my grinding, my quick grinding over there, and now I gotta set a brand new bevel over here. Had I started over here, I would have been grinding for a long time because that edge was very dull. So when I'm not filming, I can whip through that process in 5 minutes. It's quite efficient. Not even joking, these crows are doing like these low flybys right outside the garage. I can hear the wind over their wings. It's just like, yeah. I just remember to have that little light for the camera that I never use. So boom, I put that on top of the camera and I can use that when I'm showing you guys the bevels without having to move the camera into the light, which is gonna save me a lot of time. Should have thought of that a long time ago. Oh boy, she's heavy, holy cow. Oh, Stevo, you're so lucky. This beauty here just got trued and graded. This very well may be the roundest Japanese stone on planet Earth right now. It's definitely the flattest I've ever owned. 237.3. 237.3. All right, I've got everything measured out. Went to go look for a Sharpie again. It's on my neck. It's gonna take a little while to get the muscle memory. I don't have to look for Sharpies no more. All right. See if my calculations are good. Alright, so for this step of the process, I am thinning the burr. And the step after this, we're gonna completely remove the burr. So let's get this thing dirty. Hopefully I didn't get that thing as flat as I thought I did. Getting all the rub on this side. This little eraser looking thing has silicon carbide in it. Little trace amounts of it glittered throughout. So I'm only gonna rub on the dark side of the stone to try to even out the two sides here. Now you can see the dark pattern's a little bit more spread out, so that helped by only grading that side. Although we got that super dark line right there, I wonder why that part didn't grade out either. That's interesting. Just using very, very light pressure. I'm not hitting the apex up here on the cheek for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. I've had this happen before, but it's been a long time. And then it's the opposite on this side. Not hitting the apex here, but hitting it really well over here. It's got to be something to do with the way my jig is set up. Yeah, it's off ever so slightly. I don't know that that could make that big of a difference though. Especially since I grinded all that on the SJ250 without an issue. Alright, so I don't know why I was having the issues I was having with the bevel on the Japanese stone, but it was grinding low on the bevel on this side, and then it was grinding, it was grinding high here, low here, and then high here, low here. Like something was, the issue was being mirrored on the other side. So it had to have been the jig. So I read a trick on the Tormek forums one time where people talk about setting your jig up so that the distance from the handle to the edge is the same there as it is over here. Mine's not perfect, obviously, but it's a lot closer than it was because I was way over here. So I'm trying that out, trying this on for size real quick. I've done a couple passes, it's looking better. Good news, it doesn't take long because I've already ground a good edge on it. It was just during honing things got weird looking. So I think one pass each side and we'll go back to the Japanese stone. You know, this being a mail order subscriber is a big deal. I need every one of these to be my best work. Okay, we got a burr. Alright, so fingers crossed. Whatever was going wrong earlier is not going to go wrong this time. If it does, I have a plan B. And that includes those CBN wheels. Big moment. It's still messed up. Let's get on. Okay, that was a lot better. A couple little weird spots, but that's kind of normal. All right, there we go. We're back in business, guys. There we go. I bet you that's one sharp mother already. We got one more step. We can go take it to the chromium oxide and alright, fingers crossed. I need this thing to cut. That's sharp. Guess I'm gonna have to start trying the mass market steel like X50 on the CBN wheels. I gotta get quicker at this, you know. I gotta find a way to do these quicker. What's crazy is I can do super steels. My super steel process is way faster than what I just experienced right now. Albeit we had a big hang up, you know. But even if that hang up didn't happen, it still feels like a slow process. A lot of switching of the stones. May need to get another one of these in the future. The unit on its own is not terribly expensive. It's all of the accessories that hit you. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump over to our running wheel. passes on this. Sharp. This thing's nasty. Alright, so I'm making good on my promise. In my early days, this is like 60 videos ago. Probably the first 20 videos if you watch them. Damn near every single video I say, hey, if you're watching this show, reach out to me. And I'll work on one of your knives for free. That was when the business just started and I didn't really have much work coming in, and just filming practice stuff, you know? And the few knives I did have come in from friends, family, and neighbors. But to be honest with you, I'm at a point now where I don't have time. Like, I can't do knives. I did not mess up the handle at all. I'm proud of myself. If it were up to me, I'd just cut that damn thing off of there. It's such a headache. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if this thing can cut some super thin cigarette paper here. Oh, I actually hit it in the air. I didn't cut it though. There we go, guys. I'm happy. Be sharp. Bust out the cash register here. The idea is you don't cut the serial numbers. I can take that right down to the bank right now and get arrested because that thing's fake. Cool. Well, Stevo, thank you for the opportunity to work on this here knife. A little bit of, made myself a challenge out of it somehow. I wasn't expecting or anticipating to do that, but nonetheless, she's done and I'm happy. You're gonna be happy. Now it's time for some real fun. We've got your Gyuto? And I don't even know how to pronounce the style of this one. This thing is nasty. This is a friggin' badass blade right here. Alright guys, hit that like button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.